So having introduced you to the world of linear equations, let's try to go into the depth of this chapter. So a linear equation can be in two dimensions. For example, this represents a linear equation in two dimensions. That is, the two dimensions are x and y. So this line represents any linear equation in two dimensions, which is x and y. Similarly, we could have a linear equation in three dimensions. How? Just look at this figure. Now this line is represented in three dimensions, that is the x dimension, y dimension and the z dimensions. So a linear equation in three dimensions can be represented in a three-dimensional plane, such as x, y and z are the three dimensions of such a plane. Similarly, we can represent a linear equation in 4 dimensions, 5 dimensions and so on. But that's actually not possible for us to show. So a linear equation could be in 2 dimensions. If it's in 2 dimensions, then the 2 dimensions are x and y. And if it is in 3 dimensions, then the 3 dimensions are x, y and z. Now what are linear equations and non-linear equations? What is the basic difference between these two types of equations? For that, let us consider an example: 3x plus 4y minus 2z equal to 10. Now, is this equation a linear equation? Yes, this is a linear equation, and this is because we see that the exponents of all the variables here, that is x, y and z, is actually equal to 1, and so this represents a linear equation. The condition for a linear equation is that all the variables must have the exponent equal to 1. Let's consider one more example: 4x plus 6y square minus 7z equal to 23. Is this a linear equation? No, this is not a linear equation. Why? Because if we look at the exponent of y here, it is equal to 2, and this makes this equation a non-linear equation. So for an equation to be a linear equation, the condition is all the variables must have the exponent equal to 1. If it's not so, then it is a non-linear equation. So that's the basic difference between a linear and a non-linear equation. Now let's study the system of linear equations. Now we have seen what exactly a linear equation, but now let's see what do we mean by a system of linear equations. A system of equations has two or more equations in one or more variables. So system means a collection. So a collection of equations which has got two or more equations and in one or more variables. So any system of equation which has got two or more equations and also it contains one or more variables. So for that, let us consider an example. This represents a system of equations. Now this system has got three individual equations. The first is x minus 3y plus 4z equal to 11. Now this is a linear equation in three variables. The second is 3x plus 2y minus z equal to 14. This is also a linear equation in three variables x, y and z. And the third is 2x plus 2y minus 3z equal to 23. This is also a linear equation in three variables. And these three equations together constitute the system of linear equations. Here for this particular example, we see that there are three equations and each of these equations has got three variables. And because of this becomes a system of linear equations with three equations and three variables. So what we can say is a system of linear equation has got two or more than two equations in one or more than one variables. So now let's study what are linear equations in two variables. Now a linear equation could have more than two variables, that is it could have 3 variables, 4 variables and so on. But in this chapter entirely we are going to study about linear equations in two variables. So now what are linear equations in two variables? So first of all, let's see the definition of a linear equation in two variables. An equation of the form ax plus by plus c equal to 0 or ax plus by equal to c, where a, b, c are real numbers and x, y are the variables, is called a linear equation in two variables. So a linear equation in two variables is actually of the form ax plus by plus c equal to 0, or this could be written as ax plus by equal to c. Your a, b, c are real numbers that is the coefficient of x, coefficient of y, and the constant term are all real numbers, and x comma y represents the variables, is actually known as a linear equation in two variables. So let us say that this is a box which contains linear equations in two variables. So an example of linear equation in two variables could be x plus 4y equal to 5. This is actually of the form ax plus by equal to c. Similarly, we could have a linear equation in two variables as 3 by 2 times x plus y minus 2 by 5 equal to 0. Here the coefficient of x is 3 by 2, coefficient of y is equal to 1, and c, which is a constant term, is actually equal to minus 2 by 5. One more example could be 6x plus y minus 12 equal to 0. Here again we see that a is equal to 6, b is equal to 1, and c is equal to minus 12. And another example of a linear equation could be root 3 times x plus 4y equal to 5 root 3. So these are some of the examples of linear equations in two variables. So once again, a linear equation in two variables is actually of the form ax plus by plus c equal to 0, or ax plus by equal to c. Here a, b, c are real numbers and x and y are the variables. Now an important thing to note is the solution of a linear equation is not affected when the same number is added or subtracted from both sides of the equation. So if we add same number or subtract the same number from both sides of the equation, then the solution of such an equation is not at all affected. For example, let us consider an equation 2x plus y equal to 5. Now, adding 2 to both sides of this equation, so what we get is 2x plus y plus 2 equal to 7, or when we take 2 to this side, what we get is 7 minus 2, and that is equal to 5. Thus the resultant equation is 2x plus y equal to 5, which is actually the same as this equation. And so we can say that if we add a same number to both sides of the equation, then the equation remains the same, and so the solution remains the same. Similarly, if we subtract 2 from both sides, so if we subtract 2 from both sides of the equation, what we get is 2x plus y minus 2 equal to 5 minus 2. Then in the next step, what we can write this as 2x plus y equal to 3 minus 2, because this becomes 3, and this when taken to this side would be 3 plus 2, and thus what we get is equal to 5. Thus the final equation remains 2x plus y equal to 5, which is the same as the first equation. Thus if we add or subtract the same number from both sides of the equation, then the equation remains the same, or we can say that the solution of the linear equation remains the same. Now if we multiply or divide both sides of the equation by the same non-zero number, then again the solution remains the same. So if we multiply or divide both sides of an equation by a non-zero number, the number should not be equal to 0, then in such a case also the solution remains the same. So let's try to check it out. If we multiply both sides of this equation by 2, then what we get is, in the LHS it would be 2 times 2x plus y, and in the RHS that would be equal to 5 into 2. Let's try to divide both sides by 2. Now what do we get is x plus y by 2 equal to 5 by 2. So if we divide this equation by 2, we get x plus y by 2 equal to 5 by 2. Now, and what we get is 2x plus y equal to 5, which is actually the same as the initial equation, and thus we can say that the equation remains the same even if we divide both sides of an equation by 2. So in a nutshell, we can say that if we add, subtract, divide or multiply both sides of an equation by the same number, then the equation remains the same, or we can say that the solution of the linear equation remains the same. Now we have seen about what are linear equations, but how to actually frame a linear equation depending on the situation. Let's take an example. Let's say that this boy and this girl are playing the game of Ludo. I'm pretty sure that you must have played the game of Ludo. Now let us say that this boy throws the die and we don't know the number that appears on this die. In such case, let us say that the number that appears on the die is equal to x. So the number which appears on the red die is equal to x. Similarly, the girl throws a die and again we do not know the number that appears on the die. So again, let's take it as y. So the number that appears on the red die is x, and the number that appears on the black die is equal to y. But now one condition that is given to us is that the total score is equal to 10. That is, the sum of the numbers that appear on the red die and the number that appears on the black die is equal to 10. Now how to represent such a situation based on the condition that the total score is equal to 10? What we can write is x plus y equal to 10. Thus the linear equation x plus y equal to 10 clearly represents the situation, because actually x is equal to the number that appears on the red die, and similarly y represents the number that appears on the black die. Also we know that the total score is equal to 10, so x plus y should be equal to 10. You can have different values of x and different values of y, but the condition should be that x plus y should always be equal to 10. So this is an example of how to write a linear equation based on certain conditions. In general, x and y are used to represent variables, but other alphabets could also be used. In general, actually we use x and y as our variables. It's not necessary that we need to use x and y. We can use other alphabets as well. For example, 8t plus 9r equal to 8. Now this is again a linear equation in two variables, but here the variables are t and r. Similarly, 3a plus 2b equal to 15. This also represents a linear equation. Here the variables are a and b. Similarly, we can have a linear equation as p by 3 minus q equal to 11 by 2. Here again this is a linear equation, and here the variables are p and q. So we can use different alphabets to denote the variables. Just the condition is that the exponents of the variables must be equal to 1. The coefficients and the constant term should be a real number. So now, based on the theory that we have covered, let's try to solve a few examples. Write each of the following as an equation in two variables x and y. The first is x equal to minus 2. The second is y equal to 4. The third is 3x equal to 11. And the last is y by 2 equal to minus 3. So we can clearly see that these four are equations in one variable, and we have to actually write this equation in two variables x and y. Now how to solve this problem? So let's see the solution of this. Let us see the first equation, which is x equal to minus 2. Now this is clearly an equation in one variable, and we have to convert this equation into an equation with two variables x and y. So we can take minus 2 to the LHS, and what we get is x plus 2 equal to 0. Now further we can write this as 1 into x plus 0 into y plus 2 equal to 0. Now this equation, which is x equal to minus 2, becomes an equation in two variables. Here y is actually absent, so we can write it as 0 times y. And here also we see that 1, 0 and 2 all are real numbers. So this satisfies the condition for an equation to be a linear equation in two variables. So this equation 1 into x plus 0 into y plus 2 equal to 0 is the same as x equal to minus 2, and this equation is an equation in two variables. Let's see the second example, which is y equal to 4. Now again this equation has one variable, which is y. So again we can write this as y minus 4 equal to 0, or we can write this as 0 times 6 plus 1 into y minus 4 equal to 0. So here x is absent, and thus we can write this as 0 times 6 plus 1 times y minus 4. Again 0, 1 and minus 4 are all real numbers. The third is 3x equal to 11. Now we can write this as 3x minus 11 equal to 0, and here we see that y is absent, so we can write this as 0 times y, and thus 3x plus 0 times y minus 11 equal to 0 represents the same equation, but here the equation becomes an equation in two variables x and y. The fourth is y by 2 equal to minus 3. We can further write this as y equal to minus 6, or we can write it as y plus 6 equal to 0. Now again here we see that x is absent, so we can write this as 0 times 6. So the final equation becomes 0 times 6 plus 1 times y plus 6 equal to 0. So this is the same as this equation, but here we see that this equation is an equation in two variables x and y. So we have solved this problem. Let's see one more example. The cost of a bat is 8 times the cost of a ball. Write a linear equation in two variables to represent the statement. So in this problem we have been given a condition that the cost of a bat is 8 times the cost of a ball, and we have to represent this situation in the form of a linear equation in two variables. Now how to do that? So this is the required bat and this is the ball. Now the given condition is cost of a bat is 8 times the cost of a ball. The cost of the bat is actually equal to x and the cost of ball is actually equal to y. So we have taken the cost of bat to be equal to x because we do not know the cost of bat. So we can take it as a variable x. And similarly, let us take the cost of ball as equal to y. Now given to us is the cost of bat is 8 times the cost of ball. So we can write this as x equal to 8y because the cost of bat is 8 times the cost of ball. Further we can write this as 1 into x minus 8y plus 0 equal to 0. And thus this equation represents the condition that the cost of bat is 8 times the cost of the ball. So we have represented this situation in a form of a linear equation. This is the required solution. Let's try to solve one more example. The example is age of mother is 2 less than thrice the age of her son. Write a linear equation in two variables to represent this statement. So again we have been given a condition that the age of a mother is 2 less than thrice the age of her son, and we have to represent this situation in the form of a linear equation. So let us say that this is the mother and this is the boy. So the given condition to us is the age of mother is 2 less than thrice the age of her son. So the age of mother is actually 2 years less than thrice the age of her son. Now again we do not know the age of son. So let us say that the age of son is equal to x years and the age of mother is actually equal to y years. So according to the given condition we can write this as y equal to 3x minus 2. Here y is the age of the mother, x is the age of son, and so we can write this as 3x minus 2. 2 less than thrice the age of son. Further this could be written as 3x minus y minus 2 is equal to 0. We have taken y to this side of the equation and thus what we get is 3x minus y minus 2 equal to 0. And this equation in two variables x and y represents the situation that age of mother is 2 years less than thrice the age of her son. So this is the way how to represent a situation in the form of a linear equation with two or more than two variables.